Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Detective XD, and welcome. Welcome to Ultimate Admiral's Dreadnoughts. So, today is rather an interesting one. Well, at least I think it's an interesting one. It's going to be a monitor-type battleship versus, or at least, you know what, let's put it as heavy cruiser. Oops. And put those down. So, we're having a monitor-type battleship, or heavy cruiser versus one battleship, one battle cruiser, two heavy cruisers, and a light cruiser. And let's see how quickly I get owned. Obviously, it's now a heavy cruiser. I was going to do battleship, but we've been doing a lot of battleships, so let's do a heavy cruiser. Let's put up the... well, no, it's a monitor, so let's put down the displacement. Let's put down the speed. Bulkheads as many. It doesn't have... again, it's a monitor, so very short range. Monitor type vessels were basically exactly what it says on the tin. They were to monitor a certain area, so they would be stuck in a harbour somewhere. With that being said, we can afford to have some levels of armour on this thing. Anti-flooding, maximum citadels. I mean, traditional monitors were sort of made from old battleship guns, or at least... why are you red? Okay, you're no longer red. That's fine. What was I saying? Yes. Oh, made from slightly older battleships, or at least battleship guns, put onto a relatively small hull. Or sometimes there were also decommissioned warships. And had found a new lease in life. So let's go with more of the decommissioned option for this particular ship. So let's have a couple of 5 inches. Torpedo launchers, because yes. Your rate of fire is fine. Stop playing up. And now for the armour. So we're doing 10 inches perhaps on both. Let's say 12 inches on the turrets. Ooh, that's a bit much. Let's up the inch on the torpedoes anyway, just because we can. Enhanced reloading, barbettes, of course, all the way up. Which has now put us well and truly overweight. Oh, really? Really, really, really? Interesting. For weight of 2, after... how does it go from 2 to 8.8? Right, 99%. Let's drop this. Let's see whether we can get another turret or something. There. Centerline batteries, 11-inch guns. Maybe if I bring the weight down again, I can get another duel? And aft weight is only... so let's swap these around, eh? Maybe a single there? Fore weight is still up. Do this. Fore weight is still up. But weight of 1. Give the aft turret a little bit more room. Right, so let's bring down this armour. Raise this one up a little bit. How much more will we overweight? 80 tons. That's 160 tons. Let's get rid of the forward and aft torpedo launchers. Still overweight. Can we reduce this to a single? Reduce that to a single. Now we only have to get rid of 50 tons. So if we get rid of those, and then put in 2... 2 joules? 2 joules? Yes, just about. That takes us overweight. That takes us overweight as well. Let's reduce turret tops and put some more in the conning tower. Yes, the Aurora. No, let's not call this ship the Aurora. Let's call it the Emperor's ship. Monitor Desu. Highly inappropriate, but you know what? Tough. Tough. Because I'm in that kind of a mood. Let's begin. Some information on the Umikaze class destroyers for the IJN. These are also... Are these in World of Warships? I'm not sure. I think they might be. I think these might be in World of Warships, actually. So, let's see how quickly we can lose this battle. Set torpedoes to aggressive, since we only have a few of them. Actually, no. Set it to safe. Wait, what's the report? Enemy spotted to the north, well, we are going north very slowly. But definitely a peculiar ship, to say the least. Right, here we go. What has the enemy brought? So, a more classic World War I sort of... What should we call this? A Colorado class or something like that? Or New York-ish style? Well, it seems it's way too built up for New York, and there should be an extra turret there, but early variant of Colorado class? I can't really entirely remember the early World War I American battleships. So let's have your fire on this ship, which is entirely appropriate. Since that, I believe, is the battle cruiser. Let's have you turn this way as well, see whether we can get those ARF guns into action. Let's speed up time. No damage to anybody yet. I spoke too soon. Boom. And locked. Fantastic. After it. Let's try and get these after it. In action. Okay, let's go now. And let's reduce speed further to, I don't know, 13 knots. This will allow us to continue to fire at will. Well, to fire more accurately at least. That was fairly close. What are you, good sir? You are one of the heavy cruisers. It's you. Oh. I was about to say, you could also be... Yeah, these could be the light cruisers because they are in... Oh, it could be the destroyer. That's not a destroyer, that's a light cruiser. What's the accuracy now? Almost 3%. That is very good. I think my objective here is basically to destroy this battle cruiser. It can't realistically be expected to take down this one. Although you are now quite heavily angled. Let's just try and reduce a bit of fire actually, since I think you're too heavily angled for these 11-inch guns to really do anything. So let's target this heavy cruiser here. Ricochet from the 5-inch guns. Oh, I didn't change the propellant. I didn't change the propellant on the 5-inch guns. That could potentially pose a problem. you have maximum bulkheads. What about you? You have few bulkheads. What's the range? 4 kilometers. Penetration. Yeah, you can pen the back cruise actually. That back cruiser. Okay, let's actually switch fire back to the battle cruiser then. Now that you've slowed down and you've got seconds left, and now you've actually turned more broadside to us. Ooh, that was a shine. Of course, we can't forget we are also more broadside to her, so they're going to be hitting the flat side of the armour rather than at an angle. Resisted a bit. Nope, missed. I lost me bet. Incoming, 11-inch, missed. This will be the 5-inch, missed again. What does this battleship have? I like that. Many bulkheads I don't like. Certainly faster than we are. Yeah, so this battleship is quite a threat. Ooh, penetration, destroyed funnel. That is not good for us. The armour is keeping us in the battle quite comfortably, because look how many hits we've got. Well, we're taking several of the hits, but obviously they've scored off by now. Over here. So I don't think that turret is firing anymore. On the battle cruiser, negligible damage. Truly negligible damage. Right, cruiser, you have enough torpedoes, 3-inch secondaries, and 2 6-inch. You're not a threat. Well, you are if you're pointing for power after me. Then you're a threat, but otherwise, you're not. It's time to share. Partial penetration. Yeah, she is turning away from us, which is obviously a problem. What powder do I have? Because I didn't change the powder. Lyddite 2. Yeah, Lyddite 2 favours high explosive over everything else. Emergency turn, hard to port. Need to bring this aft turret back into action. Yeah. Midships. Again, partial penetration, mainly because she's turned away from it. Instant penetration. Let's swap you to now, is that a wave or is that that's a torpedo? Let's turn the torpedoes off for the moment. Ooh, that was close, but no cigar. Ooh. Close, but no cigar. What's your accuracy now? 40%. Oh well, still 60% of miss. Thanks to the 11-inch, but yeah, it's not doing so hot, it would seem. Locked over penetration, which is always good. Ouch. No, no ouch. Partial penetration. Okay, so the Helena is now officially in trouble. It's getting us a couple of degrees to port. We want to keep an angle on this guy and this guy, but unfortunately we need to once they're faster than us, we need to make sure that this can still actually shoot. Got the current angle. Oh, there we go. It's sunk due to extensive fire. Change fire to the Washington. $7 inches. Okay, yeah, we are slowly but surely getting peeled to pieces. Peeled to pieces. So you have 4 7-inch guns, a myriad of 5-inch guns, a couple of 4s, a couple of 2s, and a couple more 2s. Okay. That too as well. Maximum bulkheads, however. Mine's going with high explosive. Yeah, we'll do full penetrations and not over penetrations. And hopefully we'll do some chance of ricochet as well, so that's another benefit for us. Right, this guy unfortunately is going to be a pain because she's sailing away. As is this guy. The cruisers aren't as much of a threat as the battle cruiser. And the only reason the well, I was really about to say the only reason the battle cruiser is a threat is no. The battle cruiser is a threat because it's a battle cruiser, but also because it's sailing away. And because it's sailing away, we don't have the angle for penetrations. Much to my dismay. Only a partial. Okay, never mind. We probably need to switch to automatic. Over penetration. Yeah, so we've got the choice between partial and over penetrations. I'd preferably go with the over penetrations. Partial penetration. Oh, we did get a full penetration on that one. Full penetration is 1 over penetration. We took some. I believe it is. 29% accuracy. Yeah. It's damaged. He is fully, but this is obviously we're taking the constant check. That battle cruiser is now point. No, that can't be right. Maybe it can. What do you have for rangefinders? F's. You have core type 1, so you, sir, are able to less likely to go for the back than I am. Yeah, see, they've got their footing under control again. Which is not what we want. We want a big bang. We're down to 13%. No, what? 37, sorry. Not 13. You must be it. Yeah, the Washington is going to take a beating, unfortunately. Regular penetration, yeah. Ooh, that is not good. The back booster is starting to get the range. Ooh, actually, how much further can we turn before we give the battleship a broadside? Not suggest, suspect. So we hit the aft again. Hit the aft again. Heading forward and miss. Yeah, that's a miss. I'm not sure it's a good idea to be. Yeah. If you have the ability, ricochet. Torpedo firing, walls. Yay, miss. Partial penetration. That's a clear total miss. Incoming! We are going to have to fire the battle. Only one hit there. Are you turning from my torpedo, or are you just turning because of damage? That torpedo looks good, actually. Fantastic. Lovely explosion there. Yeah, she's done for. It's absolutely done for. Well, she's still afloat. No, now she's not. Battle cruiser. Nope. Keep heading relatively straight on. Unfortunately, now have a fire on board, which is a problem due to, you know, Lyddite. Lyddite explosive. Lyddite plus fireball is not particularly result, I assure you. Lyddite plus anything is a particularly good result. Because, you know, explosions. Right, well, we're up to 7%. Yeah, but she's turned away. Yeah, it is so bad, but I don't know whether you can actually penetrate there or not. which is most annoying. And even though we have, you know, many bulkheads rather than maximum bulkheads, fire is still fire. Incoming. That was so close. At least we've destroyed 2 of the ships this far. The battle cruiser has taken a minor hit. Yeah, extended belt penetration, which isn't really worth much, to be honest. This is the annoyance. One of the annoying things about the AI in this case is if this ship would have closed in, I would be dead by now. Obviously, this is a monitor. Well, I say it's a monitor. It has too many guns to be a monitor. So, yeah, let's call it a slow rather than a monitor. Because the more I think about it, the more I decide, hey, this isn't actually a monitor class. Oh, a monitor class. Yeah, blocked. It doesn't have the, well, it doesn't have the accuracy to take me on at this kind of range. Flooding isn't going to be instant or crippling. Ooh! Penetration flooding. Yeah. I'm slowly being simply due to the sheer amount of firepower that we use. We go into port and everything so you've had a rough day. Okay. 2 more penetrations. If she's at sort of the range where I think I can just about get through her armour. Well, that's the thing. Just about get through her armour. Oh, she's on fire though, and those fires may spread. The flooding may spread. Due to, you know, the few bulkheads she has. So she'll definitely be losing speed. Come on, game. Come on, game. Let me through. Come on. Open the... These are really annoying to click. Honestly, they are super annoying to click. Right, so she's doing 18.5 knots. That'll be going down. Yeah, 18.3. Obviously, I know the clicking was picked up by the microphone because I have to put the microphone up so loud for it to hear me properly and not sound like I'm in a human. Oh, that's worse. 52% flooding. What's the speed? 16 and dropping. Only just there. Only just missed. Yeah, I think she's got most of the fires under control now. Oh, look at that shell. turret faces, or turrets in general, are 8.5. Yeah, that's holding it. Start turning soon. Let's start executing. Look at that flooding. Look at that list. Oof. Partial penetration on the main gun, she's down to 11 knots. And that will slowly decrease, 10.9. Blocked. I'm actually going to win again. One of these days, I'm just... need to stop changing the difference in, well, difference in time as much as it is. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, look at that. Ping, ping, bang, bang, bang. And she's going down quickly. Relatively quickly, yeah, penetration. That is where a shell was blocked by the armor belt. Or by the torpedo protection. Wait, what torpedo protection do you have? Anti-front wall is not what I'm after. Anti-torpedo such as, you know, some level of torpedo protection. Really not a lot. Oh, we are inside her. Well. Right. Ooh, I'm on fire. Right, let's actually turn to... nope, starboard this time. Okay. Hey, ooh, destroyed something. We destroyed a casemate on the aft. One of these, probably? Yeah, she has. Okay, so again, another miss. How do you expose yourself to the battleship? Not really, no. We do no longer have any torpedoes left, which sucks. Sorry about that, I did have a tiny bit of distraction. I don't allow myself to be distracted, but you know, you can say that, but then again, yeah. So what's the report on this? Penetration on the middle pins. Let's accelerate time here. The heavy cruiser North Carolina. Somehow I don't think that was the American Navy Convention. My understanding like things like New Jersey, I think they're, what are they, states? That this should be a city? Unless there is a North Carolina that's a city. But I thought, no, North Carolina is definitely a state, isn't it? Because states are for battleships. Like the state of New Jersey. You know, we should, by all means, be doing as well with this as we are doing. Just low on ammo. Should be inside. We still have a battleship yet to go. Speaking of battleship, what is that battleship? Come on. Send them on one. Look. Right, Oklahoma. At 1.7. Yeah, we can't catch the Oklahoma even if we try. What about my speed? I can't increase my speed much actually. Oh, I can't increase my speed at all. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, partial penetration of fire. I keep saying I'm surprised the last time that I won. I thought, hey, decrease this down to a heavy cruiser so that I would have a bit of a glorious defeat, but no. It's that one guy in the Admiralty who was shoved off to a remote location on a terrible old ship and still managed to survive somehow. Oh god, what was that guy who was sent to the Mediterranean on a schooner? Because the Admiralty didn't like him, so they basically gave him a tiny little corvette or schooner or whatever you call it. I think it had about not even 20 guns apiece. And he just captured them with some ships. Or, I think he captured hundreds, or 800, something like that. A lot. And considering I can't remember the name of the guy, really annoying. So you're not in a good way, North Carolina. But then again... So we can't play something now. Let's not play too much though. Yeah, you're so clearly it's not good. Why are you not shooting? If your lift's bad enough, you can't fire? Doubt that will be the case. Ooh, penetration. Battleship has the range, so let's try and finish off this cruiser world before we ourselves get finished off. Penetration. What happens when you have two ships that are fairly closely matched in terms of, well, in terms of armour. Partial penetration with a 5-inch. Finally starting to return fire, penetration of flooding. she's done. Okay, let's switch fire to the battleship. Something tells me the battleship is going to be finishing below though. She's faster. How much armor did I put on this thing? 10 inches, yeah. So 10 inches, what was 11 inches? Let me 6 on the belt. I know technically the belt doesn't have to be thick, but I always make the belts thicker. What's that thing? Oh, we made it got a fire. Made it got a fire. Yeah, that's useful, isn't it? Okay, let's turn her to starboard again. Wait, what? What? Really? You're joking? Clearly not, but I mean, come on, what happened there? So we're still running out of ammunition. Ooh, our conning tower has been damaged, so our accuracy is going to go plummeting. You're doing 17 knots and keeping steady at 17.4, so you're still quicker than we are. Accuracy is 3%, their accuracy is 5.4. Partial penetration ricochet. Yeah, we're really not at the best angles. We have a nasty habit of always aiming towards the aft of the ship rather than the forward of the ship. Say that again, forward, but yeah. Maybe it's my perception. Maybe it's just my perception that always lands them towards the aft. Oklahoma has 400 pounds left. We don't, we have 60. Let's switch to the second mode. Partial penetration. Yeah, we should. Honestly, Oklahoma, you should just close it. You have the speed, you have all the ability to dictate this battle perfectly. I don't. I have nothing left. Or almost nothing left. Your accuracy is only at 5%. Mine's at... Well, these are my last shots. Well, these will be my last shots when they reload. Oh, ammunition. Let's... I think there was a retreat button somewhere. Somewhere there was a retreat button. Cloudy, breeze, waves. sure they'll eventually give us the opportunity to edit this. Let's just go side on to the ship so that we can take their hits into a side and, you know, bleed. Because at the moment, ricochet. There we go. Finally starting to penetrate. I mean, we physically cannot catch up to them, so there's no... I could charge at them, but honestly that would just be wasting time. At this moment in time, that would just be a waste of time. Because we physically cannot sink that ship now. I mean, yeah, we can't penetrate their armour unless we get within 1,000 yards, 1,000 meters or whatever. And this ship completely outsails us 17 knots to about 13, if that, no, 9 knots. So it's almost double our speed. But at this moment in time, it's just the waiting to be picked up and sunk. Blocks and fire, and then just their terrible accuracy. They will eventually become more accurate, but like I say, maybe not for a little while yet. I'm sailing in a straight line. Yeah, they're opening the range to me, that's the problem. They're opening the range to me, so they're getting less accurate the further the range goes. What they should do is close in. They should have closed in ages ago. They have multiple torpedo launchers. There's no way, if this was a player, there would be absolutely no way I could have possibly battle. Which is maybe they might do multiplayer, but I don't remember seeing anything about multiplayer in this particular game. But yeah, if this was a player, there was no way on earth I would have ever won this. It's because the AI is too passive. Sometimes. They're sailing away to the point where they can't see me. They physically cannot see me. So I'm going to run away. Oh, they're turning now. Might actually put this as a bug because, let's be honest, it's lost sight of me. There's no way that this should be happening as it is. TS, monitor Dasu! First incoming shells, and you watch her try and turn it away. Yep. You missed. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, I can't see them, which is a shame. Come on. Finish me. Finish me. Splash, splash. You can't be out of ammo, I refuse. No, you're not. I was about to say, I refuse that option. That option simply is not true. I mean, I have a highly explosive Lidite charges. I should be on fire, I should have, you know. You know what, let's call it here. The fact is, I managed to kill a battle cruiser, 2 heavy cruisers, a light cruiser, and at the moment I'm surviving battleship fire, so let's call it here. I mean, the video's been almost an hour. Well, should I go to an hour? If it doesn't fire in the next few seconds, let's call it, because let's say that both sides decided to withdraw. I don't see any splashes. Splashes, please. No. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, that is that then. We managed to destroy 4 ships. One light cruiser, 2 heavy cruisers, and a battle cruiser. In a battleship. Sorry? Just with a heavy cruiser. Granted, it was a heavily gunned heavy cruiser, but yeah, sometimes the AI goes really, really passive in this game, and it really shouldn't. Really, and it really, yeah. It's not how I intended to say that, but that's how it came out. Anyway, unfortunately, yeah, this battle is just going to go on forever, so let's not waste anybody's time. Because they're going to run out of ammo and they're not going to close, and unfortunately it happens like this sometimes. So, that'll be all from me. So, my name has been Technical Steve. This has been Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, and goodbye. Without chat one, please. Oh, goodbye, everyone.